Have been wowed by the wonders of space already today, so how about we take a look a little closer to the wealth of interesting creatures and beings on our doorsteps.
Steve, England regularly takes people for a walk on the Wildside, and we welcome him to the Crunch studio. Welcome, Steve.
Good evening, gents. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on. Now, Steve, you're a man of many talents, conservationist, educator, Bristol Zoo Walk of Fame, but how would you describe yourself?
Wild. Yeah, literally wild. I mean, I've spent my whole life on the land from a very young age, studying, just playing as a child, not knowing what I was looking at, but really enjoyed being outdoors. And so as I grew up, I got more interested in it. So I studied it with the Royal Horticultural Society in an academic way, plant biology, plant science, and so on. And I turned that into my career as well. Also as a landscape architect, landscape designer. So yeah, it's been a great life. It's a very wild life for sure.
So you're very in tune with what's going on in our green spaces and open spaces. So we're at an interesting point right now. We're going into autumn. What are the interesting things that we could get out and see right now?
Mushrooms. It's mushroom season. Autumn triggers the arrival of a lot of mushrooms, and the world of mushrooms is very fascinating because some can kill you, some can feed you. Mushrooms can produce their own rain as well.
You've got to be very careful with them.
Absolutely, there are species of mushrooms that can be eaten, but if it's grown on a poisonous tree, it will put you in hospital. So you have to know your trees as well, not just your mushrooms. So it's a combination of all those factors that you have to be very mindful of and knowledgeable of.
And this is, of course, some of the information that you give out to people through your various wild walks and events that you put on.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. So I get employed by lots of organisations, universities, South Gloucestershire Council, Bristol Council, to run events all over Bristol and beyond, wild foods and woodland ecology and all sorts.
So you've got one in a couple of weeks?
I have, yes. The 8th of October at Stoke Park Estate. It's a walk on the Wildside. It's free to attend. And people, if they go on the Friends of Stoke Park Facebook page, all the information will be on there.
Now we have to chat a little bit about your... We've been talking about it on the show already. You applied to go on Bear Grylls' The Island.
Yeah.
But something unusual happened.
Yeah, it did. I was aware of the programme being advertised and I didn't apply for a reason. And I've only watched the show once, I think. And I didn't apply, but the whole of Bristol got wind of it. And then my Facebook page just melted with, Steve, you have to go for this. Like, you're the man, you do it. And it's like, oh, okay, I will. So I applied and I've got down to the final few. And then I had a phone call from the show's producer. Can you go through your skill set again, Steve? So I went through that I could, track animals and make my own tracks.
Have you got an hour? Is that what you said?
Yeah, pretty much. And her actual words was, geez, I wish I never asked. And she said that I would breeze the island, but I did explain I've never been on a tropical island with no food and no water for a month. I just think people of Bristol just want to see me get eaten by a crocodile.
Maybe. And you actually made a T-shirt in honour of that, which was very, very amusing, very, very nice.
An island reject.
Island reject.
Well, you're not a reject in our eyes, Steve.
You're not a reject Steve.
So you're going to be doing this wild work on the 8th of October.
Yes.
Free to attend if
free
people want to. And what are we going to learn there? We're going to learn all about food in the wild. And
yes, we're going to learn all about some wild foods. We'll learn about how things work in the woods and why they do what they do. And one of the things that we're going to be looking at is climate change. Tangible evidence of climate change with plants, because plants respond to environmental factors, not our calendars. And we've got blackberry bushes sending out brand new flowers as if it was spring, when really they should be going to sleep, but they're waking up.
So is that worrying for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, climate change is real. And there's tangible evidence of it out there on the land. We're going to be looking at the birds of prey and the seasons, how they change, and why you see mushrooms in the autumn and all sorts of things. And I've been so lucky over the years to work with so many people from around Bristol, hundreds of thousands of people, and they love the walks. It's because we live in a world of technology with Facebook and all that sort of thing. So to get away from that and come out, it is...
Well, fantastic. So, Steve, thank you so much for coming on. Looking forward to your walk on the Wildside.
Just a reminder, do not eat mushrooms that you pick on the floor without checking beforehand. You've got to be safe about these things. Before the break, we've got a quick conundrum for you to take a look at.